Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to another ultimate review by Purecast9. But before I give you my review of the Zoook Party Rocker, let's just talk about how awesome I'm looking in this video today. Because I finally got a haircut, and the reason I'm looking so good is not because I risked my life by going outside to a saloon and getting a haircut. This haircut was given to me by my mother. So the mother's touch, and that's why I look awesome. All right, enough fooling around. What I have with me here today is the Zoook Party Rocker. And this is it. This is all there is to it. Very compact, and that's all there is to it. Okay, I'm kidding. That's not all. It is a tower speaker, so you have to attach this right here, like so. And that is all. Okay, I'm kidding. That's not all. It has another part. There we go, and let us switch this on. This is the Zoook Party Rocker. Okay, so this is a party speaker. It's not your usual ultra portable speaker. I mean, the size speaks for itself, but for its price range and its sound quality and all the nifty features that it offers, this is a very solid package for anyone who's looking to get their hands on a very formidable, robust party speaker that gets loud, offers good sound quality and a number of features. So for its price range, this is good. All right, so let's get the specs out of the way. So the Zoook Party Rocker is a 100 watt RMS speaker. So 100 watts of sheer power. So, and this has to get loud. It's for parties, so you're gonna have large gatherings where people are gonna be loud and you want the sound to reach the end of the room or the hall, wherever you're gonna keep it. And this gets considerably loud. Now, apart from that, this obviously has Bluetooth version 5, and apart from Bluetooth, you have USB connectivity, so you can plug in your pen drive and listen to the songs you have in there. It has aux input, it also has FM, and the reception is also pretty good indoors. And because it is a party speaker, it comes with a wired microphone as well as a wireless microphone, and you can also add echo to your voice in case you want to do some karaoke or you just want to announce something, whatever it is, you have an echo control for that as well. Now, apart from that, if you want to really have fun with this, it also has guitar input, so you can plug in your guitar and jam to your favorite songs, and it has a separate knob for controlling the volume of the guitar as well. It's got a number of buttons on its side with which you can skip track, change the source. It also comes with a remote that lets you do all of these functions. Now, it doesn't have any separate treble or bass control, but that is something you can equalize from your phone in case you're playing via Bluetooth. Now, one of the unique features of this, which I really like, is the LED lights. So the circular LED lights over here, and this tower over here has this vertical LED light. Now, it's got a number of patterns, and one that will just go on and on, another one which will reciprocate based on the type of music you're playing, based on the beats. And if you just want the stealthy look to keep it sober, you can turn that off with the press of a button as well. Now, in terms of the driver units, it has a Class D amplifier built inside, which they claim provides you with very low distortion and crystal clear sound. And I'll give you my verdict on that when I talk about how it performed in my testing. In terms of the driver size, so in the front, you have a subwoofer, a 10-inch subwoofer that pushes out a lot of bass, and 10 inches are more than enough. And on the top tower over here, you have a 1-inch tweeter for those high notes and 2 woofers for those, primarily those mids and a bit of the low end. And this tower over here is just for the LED lights. This whole setup is really portable because you can just take these speakers off. The same way I put these in place, they snap into place. You can dismantle them and it's really easy. And that makes this really, really portable from room to room if you want to. But mind you, these speakers need a connection to this base over here. So don't expect these to be wireless towers. So you can't separate them and place them apart from one another. They always have to be attached to this if you want the lights. Now, if you want, I don't know why you would want that, but if you want, you can even just attach the top tower, which has the drivers, the tweeters and the subwoofers, the woofers, sorry. You can attach that to this and keep this separately if you don't want that light. And this does not have an inbuilt battery, so it needs a constant power source. So that is something you should keep in mind, because that means this needs to be stationary wherever you keep it till time you move it somewhere else and have a power source nearby. All right, so that is enough about the specs. How did it perform in terms of sound? So I keep saying that any sound that you hear is broadly made up of three frequencies: the highs, the mids, and the lows. Now, starting off with the highs, thanks to its dedicated tweeter that it has over there, highs are quite clear, they're quite clean, but as you will see as I progress, there is one frequency that kind of, I would say, eats up or interferes with the other two. I'll get to that, and that might be good for some because, well, that is a particular frequency that many like. I'll get to that. So highs in itself are quite sharp and audible, but they could be a bit more fuller, and they could have a tad bit more clarity to them. Right? I'm not saying I want them to be harsh, but they do have a room for improvement where they could, stand to have a bit more clarity to them. But in itself, the highs are definitely audible and clear. Now, coming to the mids, where the vocals lie. Now, this obviously depends on the type of track you're playing. If it's primarily a vocal-oriented track, then it will definitely sound very loud, very clear, and have a lot of clarity as well. But if your song also has a lot of bass, and that is the frequency I was talking about that actually interferes with the highs and the mids, the other two frequencies, it's that when the bass hits, that tends to interfere with the mids and the highs. I'm not saying they distort it, but the lows or the bass kind of overpowers the vocals and the highs in certain tracks. Now, obviously, when you're playing through your phone, you can tweak your equalizer and reduce the bass a little bit if you want, or if you're a bass head, you might enjoy it. But that is something just to note. Now, obviously, this is a party speaker, so people at a party are not going to be very bothered about how pristine the sound quality is. They would want, well, to have a good time with loud music, with considerably good all-round performance, and for that, for any average listener, this is a great party speaker, and highs, mids, and lows would definitely do justice. I'm not saying you can't hear the vocals at all, but just that I've heard so many speakers that I do feel that the vocals could have had a bit more power, could have sounded a bit more fuller and richer, and could have had better separation from the lows or the bass. So, and the bass, of course, is quite punchy and is very powerful thanks to the 10-inch subwoofer that you have over here. But I would say that the bass also has room for improvement, where in certain tracks, I felt that the bass sounds a tad bit hollow, not as full as I would want them to be. I'm not saying that they distort, but they could be a bit more full and round. And this is again me being very harsh, all right? If I just shift to the shoes of an average listener who just simply enjoys music and doesn't have so much knowledge or doesn't care about so much nitty-gritty of the sound, this packs in a punch and is really powerful, and highs, mids, lows for an average listener is more than enough. For parties, this is great with all the nifty features it's got, with its powerful sound, it gets really loud. So all in all, in terms of that, it is definitely very, very good option as a party speaker. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this. And guys, I'm telling you that if you are going to opt for much better known brands or premium brands like Sony and JBL, definitely they also have party speakers, but you would most definitely pay at least 3 to 4 to 5 times the price and maybe not have all these features which the Zoook Party Rocker is going to offer you at this price point. So you can either definitely go for that if you have the budget, but for your tight budget with all-round solid performance and a robust build and something that really has all the bells and whistles that you would want at a party, the Zoook Party Rocker is an A-grade choice. So that's enough of me talking. Now I'm going to leave you with 2 tracks. You guys listen, form your judgment, and let me know in the comments below what you think of the sound. And if, after all watching that and hearing that, if you do decide to buy this speaker, may I request you to just use the link of this speaker that I have in the description below. Trust me, it's going to cost you 0 extra, but it will help me run this channel and produce more and more quality content just like this for you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed to PureCast9 already, please do so. I keep posting such videos to help my fellow viewers. And hit like on the video, share it with your friends, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.